Ooh, that's a big one. How do you handle changes to the product vision in backlog refinement? Well, I'll be honest. It's not really a refinement problem, that. So your product vision is the articulation of why this product matters. What's the difference it's going to make in the world? Scrum also has the concept of a product goal, which is still strategic, but often a shorter term focus. So the current goal is to increase the number of users. But the vision's the big thing. It's kind of why this stuff matters. How do you deal with it in the refinement? I would genuinely say you don't. What needs to happen is, if that vision's changed, is some considerations. Is the work we're doing still valid? Is the current product goal, and indeed, if you're in Scrum, is the current sprint goal valid? And if not, we're going to have to close that sprint down and do something else. But if it is, refinement's going to carry on as normal. You're going to say, okay, well, this is still lots of turmoil happening around us, but we know what our job is. This is still the most sensible thing to be doing, the most important thing to be doing. So let's refine it, let's get it well understood and broken down and sized up, and all of those things that refinement's for, because we've still got a day job to do. Let somebody else worry about that. If, however, the change to your vision is such that the current work, and particularly that current backlog, doesn't support your vision, well, yeah, that's a big job. Okay, what you're likely to be doing is putting everything on hold to understand and go back through that ideation and early days of a product. Okay, so the vision, the reason that we are building this thing has shifted, and the stuff we're building no longer makes sense within the new vision. So, who is interested in our new vision? Who's interested in our new product? There's hopefully some overlap. What is it? What's the jobs they need to get done? What are the pains they're experiencing trying to get those jobs done? And what are the benefits, the gains that they're seeking in doing it? You're really going back to value proposition. I mean, way before we're worrying about refinement, we're trying to understand, is there a problem to solve? For which customers is there sufficient? Where's the desirability? Do people want this problem solved? Can we solve it? And can we solve it in a way that makes sense? Is it feasible? All of this is incredibly important, but it's not for refinement. Refinement is working inside all of that thinking. It's saying, we already know what matters and why it matters. Let's work it down. Let's look at smaller chunks of work to deliver it. They might be experiments, they might be features, they might be whatever, but they fit in a big picture. If your vision stops being valid, that big picture is gone. Okay? And honestly, your role here is not to worry too much about refinement. If you've got work and it makes sense, great, keep doing refinement and keep going forward. But you need to be working further upstream, understanding how that vision flows back through into a product backlog that can then go into refinement. Okay? Fortunately, that doesn't happen too often. Okay? Most products have a good vision. The vision's relatively stable. It's one of the great things about them is they are quite abstract, quite broad reaching. Okay? And your goal may change. You may say that product goal is no longer valid, but the vision itself stays still for a long, long time. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.